Hey, Larry D here. Want to do a quick video. Has nothing to do with bushcraft, outdoors, nothing. It has to do with honesty, and instead of nature, human nature. I'm a security supervisor, which is a position I have to say I take very seriously, and I seriously do not like, because I'd rather be out in the woods doing what I am meant to do. But circumstances called for boosting income. So, you take care of your family when you have to, and that's why I'm doing this. Taking some of my other experience and applying it to what makes me money. So, long story short, step into an office today at where I'm working, and it's a major financial institution around here. And one of the corporate security guys says to me, "So, Larry, what would you do if you found $20 sticking out of an ATM?" I say, "Well, you turn it into the bank. Think about it. The poor guy who just got his money out got shorted $20. Excuse me. So I guess that wasn't the right answer for this God-fearing, or whatever person he is. So what does he say next? Well, if Larry didn't say he would take it, then we'll move down to what he considers a person of lower class. Well, that person that found the 20 in the ATM did go and knock on the door of the bank branch and got the custodian. And they said, "Hey, look, I found this $20. And the custodian said, "Oh, thank you. I'll take that and give it to the manager of the branch." So they take it and they put it in an envelope and put it on the branch manager's desk. Well, this person I'm talking to, or I should say this person talking at me, says, "So, what do you think? If you gave it to a custodian, you think they'd actually hand it in?" I said, "Yeah, why wouldn't they? Just because they're a custodian, they're not honest?" Some of the most honest people I've ever met were in some of the worst places in Detroit that I worked, doing armed security on the street. Okay, I hit the woods to get away from, the man world that we've created here. But some of the most honest people I've ever met are the people that I met in Detroit, where the drug dealers are on the damn corner, and these people go to work every day, and they're working crappy jobs and trying to raise a family, and you know what? They're honest people. And this really ticked me off. I got so angry at this person, because I looked at him and said, "So you're trying to say that I would steal the money?" "Oh, no, I'm not saying that." I said, "Of course you are. Or you're trying to say that the custodian, because you perceive this custodian of a lower class, which we don't have caste system in this country. Thank God. We try to get rid of that. We have a bad enough thing with the racial issues. And all those people in those other communities, I'm talking black communities, I'm talking Hispanic communities, where this old gray-haired white guy was treated with the utmost respect. It really nauseates me and angers me when somebody looks at someone and says, because they're black, or because they're Hispanic, or because they're Arab, they're dishonest, or they're not good people. They're either good people or they're not. And I don't know where this person or where people get off thinking that. I think the best of people when I meet them. Prove to me you're a bad person. Then I'm going to have an issue with you. But I've had an issue with very few people over the years. Because most people are good people who are trying to make a living, trying to feed their kids, trying to keep their house going. And this just cheesed me off today. So I just wanted to make a quick video before people talk, before people say, "Oh, what a bad person that is because they don't make $100,000 a year, or because they don't live in the best neighborhood in the world." I think they ought to take a look in the mirror and wonder why they're saying those things. Because maybe that dishonesty that they think exists in those other people actually exists in them. and not these other people, but they have to find an excuse for trying to address it or present it or put it on to someone else. There's a lot of people in this world who don't have a lot, and I would trust my life with them. And I have. Just really angered me. Somebody coming off like that. So I want you to think about that. You think about that. People are good. People have a lot of good in them. Look for the good in people. And when you find somebody like this that has to say, oh, that person's got to be bad because of A, B, C, or D, man, I know this dude's a racist. How could he not be? He's an elitist. How could he not be? Okay, that's my rant for today. I'm going to start doing more of these rants because I run into this every day. And the funny thing is, right after this guy said this to me, I go out and somebody had go to pay for their coffee out of the automated machine and realized they didn't have enough cash. And they came up to me at the desk and said, excuse me, Larry, I don't want you to, I'm going to go upstairs and get some money out of my desk and come back down and pay for that coffee. I didn't have it with me. And I don't want somebody to think I'm walking off stealing. And I said, why would I think that? You didn't have to tell me that. But thank you. And sure as hell, 10 minutes later, she was back in there paying for her coffee out of the automated machine. People are good. If we stop looking at people as bad, as different, and just looking at people as humans and people that we can care for, people who care for their families, maybe we wouldn't have all this damn trouble in the world.